Knockables gathering that ball. Quick switch play there on the inside to the number 22. Fabricius. Excuse me to his family. That's a difficult surname. Centurion, Knockables getting a penalty, so opting to go for touchline there. Touch being taken there by the fullback Tauta. Well gathered there by Wiberolza. He's been doing really well in the lineout for Knockables, and then the Knockables getting that penalty, but referee saying hold on, take the tap on the mark. Wiberolza probably telling his fullback, oh, it's fine, I'll pick another one out of the air, so don't stress about that one. Yep, just as we thought, we were also going to fish that ball in the air, doing really well, and they're setting up that rolling ball. Now breaking away, but just short of that white line. Side to send it wide. Number 22 being caught there, Fabricius. Referee calling off. He's sending a man off. Who is that? That is, looks like the flanker. Actually, looks like the lock, Opperman, who's being sent off there. Knockables going and deciding to play, but just short. Over for Knockables. Right time. Score now standing at 8-12. 8-12 to Centurion. Looks like the 8th man that scored there, Joseph Adlam. Score standing at 8-12 now with kick to come. No mistake being made, so 10-12 is the score. 10-12, Centurion leading with 2 points. Gathered well there by Naka Bulls on that kickoff. Oh, and a huge gap broke through to the middle there by Naka Bulls. Looks like Kevin Potgieter that was able to find that gap there. Ball being sent wide too quickly, but unfortunately knocked on by Naka Bulls there. Looks like Naka Bulls have gotten second breath after that try. Not being scared to want to run it and play it quickly. Instability now. With the referee telling Centurion they've got to take the hit, not just stand off. Free kick now awarded to Centurion. Being sent wide. Centurion doing really well to get the ball out into that space there. Ball being put on the boot but gathered by Naka Bulls. Oof, man being caught and that looking high to me, but referee saying no problems. It was around the shoulders. He's alright. Naka spotting gap in the middle. Now being sent wide there to that outside wing. JP Venter. He hasn't seen much of the ball, but the ball being lost again. So Centurion being able to turn that ball over. Oh, what a great tackle there in the midfield by Naka Bulls. Centurion being put under a lot of pressure in their own half. Ball being held up. Referee saying it was a maul, so ball turned over there by Naka Bulls. Gents, I think these boys have gotten a second breath inside of them. Know that they're just a few points behind, so 100% aware that they can take this one in their grasp, in their grips. Scrum set. Naka Bulls wanted to send that ball wide, but unable to keep that ball in hand is the outside centre, Ludik. So Centurion has the scrum. Looks like it's just outside their 22. scrum standing up there, but looks like Centurion have been able to gather that ball there. Looking to clear this out. Cohen putting it on his boot, but probably not getting the distance he wanted. So Ludik gathering that ball. Referee going to his pocket again. Sending off the number 22 there for Centurion. Unfortunately, we don't have his name here on the team list. It's okay. Rather stay nameless if you get a yellow card. Touch found there for Naka Bulls. Good also gathering. Going down, they're setting up that rolling ball. Rowan Schwartz breaking away and diving over there for Naka Bulls. Naka getting that 5-pointer. Score now standing at 15-12. To Naka Bulls with a very, 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 very tricky touch. Kick to come. So 15-12 the score. 2 points pending. Fullback Hanku John Tate, that's lining up this kick. Doing really well on that direction, but just missing the distance. So score still standing at 15-12. Centurion kickoff. Excuse me, it was Marcel Skitter that got that first yellow card, and not Opperman as we initially thought. Centurion kicking off and getting their own ball, but the referee awarding a penalty there to Centurion for offside. Becker's going for that line. Complete overthrow there by Centurion, hopefully planned. So ball set up there, being taken up in the midfield. Mankie's picking up and going himself, now sending wide there to Opperman, who was initially accused of that yellow card. Ball not going to hand, but well gathered there by Mpofu. Centurion now putting a lot of pressure on, but Naka Bulls being able to turn that ball over. Looks like the 15 Tauta who had a good run there with that ball. Now sends it to Krier. He's a fly half who punted downfield, not finding touch, but Becker's back for it. Deciding he wants to attack that space that he sees in front of him. First man over, and Knockabull's getting that penalty again. Referee saying that's it for that game. Score coming away there. Knockabull's taking that win. 15-12 final score. Seki's done. We now wait for the first team to jog out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with the first Centurion 1 playing against your Naka Bulls under 21. Huge game. We saw Naka Bulls coming back from behind and ended up taking that game. Seniors probably, not seniors, but the senior team probably wanting to pull off the same, but not necessarily having to come from behind. We probably just want to start on a good note and let it run from there. Jen's very excited to be back playing club rugby. Like something to do on your Thursday evening. Let me tell you, these gents are huge. Sitting here next to the side, they definitely don't look under 20 to me. I don't know what I missed in my under 20 years to not have looked like that, but hey, they breed them different. These boys all born in the 2000s. Never thought that I would see the day where I feel old, but nevertheless, Centurion have the kickoff. Fly half Calvin Prinsloo being given the duties. Very tall fly half. And there we go. Naka doing well there under that high ball. Being able to regather. Gone for that box kick is the 8th man Malan. Unable to gather initially, but Centurion doing well to get that ball back on their side. Centurion getting the penalty man, not rolling away there. Being caught amidst the men, amidst the tackle. Centurion saying, we want the points. Let's go to polls. Looks like this kick is going to be taken by the scrummy. Val de Creer for Centurion, wanting to put up points on the board early on. Getting a solid strike behind it, getting the distance, getting the direction. So that is 3-0 to Centurion. Centurion coming away with those early points. Knockables getting ready here for that kickoff. Ball being sent deep and allowed to bounce there by Centurion, but eventually gathered. And that is some huge gas shown by the 8th man there, sending it to the wing, and sent back inside. 8th man for Centurion Naka Slane doing really well. But Naka Bulls getting the penalty back. Ball being held there by the Centurion outside centre, Daniel Abers. Naka Bulls deciding they're going to go for touch and finding it. First line out we see of this match, so going to be able to see how well these gents have practiced lifting each other up. See who can beat who in the sky. Ball gathered at the back there by Naka Bulls, doing really well there, and ball being carried up to the centre field, but good counter-racking from Centurion. Ball now being sent to the backline on that trigger ball, but unfortunately not going to hand. Huge pressure being put on Naka Bulls there by the lock, number 4 from Centurion. Looks like Bennett to me. So going for touch was Naka Bulls and finding it. Naka doing well getting that ball, so setting up that driving maul, getting good meters there with it. Still running. There's that running maul. Referee saying man probably tripped over his own feet, but Centurion was able to turn that ball over, so they are heavy on the attack. Opting to run it out. Nope, Naka Bull saying give the ball back to us, we want that one. Patience there at the rack from the scrum half Malan, but unfortunately the ball's not going to hand there, so line out to Centurion. Centurion finding their men, and the ball being picked up there and intercepted by Naka Bulls, who are now putting huge pressure on Centurion. Patience required. Naka picking up and driving, using the men up front to try and suck in as many men as possible, probably thinking they want to do that and then come send it wide, which is what they do. And they send it far wide, but ball not travelling quick enough. Oof, and well played by the outside to the fullback there, but being caught just off the line. Naka doing well, picked up there by the scrum off for Naka. Patience required by Naka now. Referee saying there was advantage being played for a high tackle, so coming back for that tap is the scrum off, who Unfortunately, Naka making a mistake there, losing that ball on the line. So scrum to Centurion. Still an attacking position for Naka though. Probably going to be looking to put as much pressure as possible on this scrum. Is also the first scrum of the match, so is it the first one? I think so. First scrum of the match, so we'll see how these gents size up to each other. Referee calling that off there. I think the mark being a little wet underfoot, so moving them off. Having a chat there with the front row. Good hit there by Naka Bulls, doing exactly what they thought they would do. And what a sneaky pickup there by Bulls number 9 was the scrummy. Esti Malan. But referee saying no. Sorry. It's a penalty to Centurion. Would have probably hoped to relieve more of that pressure as the fly half Calvin Prinsloo, but nonetheless getting them a little further away from their own try line. Centurion doing well to gather their own line out there. It's breaking away is the number 2. Huge speed shown by the gentleman. Looked like Baloyi to me. Counter-racking. Well done there by Naka Bulls, so referee allowing play on. Calling it off. So the referee calling the number 3 for Centurion, as well as the referee, as well as the captain. Probably a little bit of dangerous play that we've seen there. Referee saying you put him down on his neck, so that is the main aim, is our safety. So Centurion prop Barend Gothen being sent off with a card there. Naka Bulls now back in Centurion's half. Naka Bulls sending that ball wide, trying to do the setup there in the middle, being given to the number 14, Ruben Lange. Referee awarding a penalty there to Naka Bulls. So an entry from the side. See the inside centre Stephen Scott now saying we're going to go for touch again, which, I mean, look, hasn't been the bad option. Naka Bulls have shown that they lineouts are working for them. That rolling maul is definitely an asset of theirs. And I think we should call that commentator's curse. And just as I said that, Centurion have managed to turn that over. Opting to put it on the boot, sending the ball downfield, spotting that space on the outside. So ball probably not going as far as they would have wanted, but definitely pressure relief there for Centurion. Knockables now having chance to put Centurion under pressure again. Centurion haven't been in Knockables' half in a long while. Probably a little bit of miscommunication there. Not expecting that ball, but Knockables doing well to get the ball out in anyways. Ball taken up by that inside centre Stephen Scott. But lost forward, says the referee. So scrum time. Scrum to Centurion. Pressure being put on Centurion there, but they're able to get the ball out. Ball now being sent wide, but being caught there in the middle is the the fullback, actually. Manana that was caught there. Knockables now turning it over and going for that box kick, spotting the space there at the back, knowing that Manana was involved in that initial thing, but he, in the initial ruck, apologies, but he does well to gather it and gets the ball back for his team. Referee calling everyone onside. And awarding the penalty there to Centurion. Tackler not releasing. So Centurion getting an opportunity to hopefully put a ton of relief on themselves. Call for some relief. Maybe even see if they can get into Knockables' half here. Calvin Prinsloo unfortunately just curving that a little too tight. So not getting the relief, I guess, that he wanted, but got it off the pitch nonetheless. Centurion doing well there under pressure to get that ball back, setting up the rolling maul, but it looks like nope, they're able to gather some meters off of that. Now breaking away is the number 2 Baloy. We saw how much pace he had earlier. Ball being sent wide, but caught in that tackle, unfortunately. Number 8 for Centurion, Castellane. Bit of space spotted there at the back, but Knockables doing well to retreat there and being put under pressure. Steps a man, leaves him lying in the dust. Steps another one, leaves him lying in the dust. Unfortunately, falling over his own feet is that fullback Brendan Killian. Centurion getting the penalty back. Tackler not releasing. Great work done there by Centurion to put a ton of pressure on Knockables. Centurion deciding they want to go for posts. They want to add the extra 3. They found themselves in Knockables at half, so they want to maximize on that in order to get points. It's nice to see Gents back himself. Does incredibly well. Adds that extra 3, so score now standing at 6-0 to Centurion. It's a huge kick. Not a very nice angle. So. Knockables with all the territorial advantage in this first half, but unable to convert that to points. So probably feeling a little frustrated that they haven't been able to convert that. Centurion are doing well, gathering under that high ball. Setting up those pods, but unfortunately losing the ball. They're in the tackle, so Knockables with the opportunity to turn that ball over. It's always tough to go from a defensive structure into an attack one, but I guess the team that wins is the team that's able to do that quickly. But we see a knock on there, a little bit of miscommunication between the Gents in that pass. So we see the scrum. Scrum going the way of Knockables. Free kick awarded to Knockables there. Early engagement coming from Centurion. He would have been disappointed to lose that scrum of theirs. Now being carried up there by the 8th man, Alexandre Bauer. But Centurion doing really well, and Knockables being caught offside, so advantage to Centurion off that penalty. Referee calling that double whistle, saying that was cynical. Looking like it's the hooker for Knockables, Dylan Hirschowitz, that's getting that card. Prince are getting a good strike on that and getting some good distance off that kick. Centurion now opting to hopefully add more points to their already filled scoreboard. I say filled because Knockables don't have anything on their tally as yet. Not gathered cleanly, so Centurion now being able to gather that. Luckily, ball sent wide. Oh, what incredible footwork there by Centurion, and getting over is the wing. Looks like Willie Funt. That gets the points there for Centurion. So that's an extra added 5. Score now standing at 11-0 to Centurion with a kick to come. think Centurion doing really well, that every single time that they do find themselves in the Naka Bulls half, that they're able to put points on the board. Naka have been unable to succeed in that. They had most of the territorial advantage, but haven't been able to convert that into points. Solid strike again. And over! So Centurion add that extra 2. Making no mistake there, off the kicking boot, off the kicking tee, actually. Using his boot to kick on that kicking tee. It's not every day that you see a scrummy with a boot as great as this young gentleman for Naka Bulls, Waldekreer. But yes, Naka Bulls, for Centurion is Waldekreer, but Naka Bulls getting that penalty and opting to go for touch. Probably hoping that they can close off this first half with a full 7-pointer. I think the first number 9 that comes to mind that had a huge boot was Ruan Pinar. So it's lucky to see Waldekreer saying, I can play scrummy and I can kick. Check me out. Centurion stealing that ball at the line out. Valde going for that box kick. Looking a little bit frustrated. Would have wanted more distance on that box, but nonetheless, Naka Bulls now have another go at it. But 5 meters, maybe 6 meters away from where they initially had that first line out. Again, under pressure was Naka Bulls, but Centurion not able to gather it this time. Set up that driving maul. Naka now going wide with it. Patience required from Naka now. Referee awarding the penalty to Centurion, saying that wasn't released. I think it looked like the left flank here on Bayer who didn't release that ball. So Prinsloo now again opting to go to touch, release some pressure for his team. Doing really well there. Getting some huge distance off of that kick. Pressure from Naka Bulls there. Referee saying that was skew at the line out. No, not skew at the line out. Knock on. Apologies. Knock on by Centurion. Knock on by Naka Bulls, so scrum to Centurion. We see a change coming on from the Naka Bulls. It is Devon Archibald who has gone off, and he is replaced by whom? It was Chris van Sale that came on. Centurion being told to use it. Scrummy being caught there in the tackle, but Calvin Prince were doing well to gather the ball there and get the ball back for his team. Unfortunately finding himself isolated, so the referee says that's it. Holding on for Naka. Naka decides to go to posts. LJ Pretoria saying, I want to put some points on the board here. Pretoria's getting a good strike behind that and adding that extra 3 for Naka Bulls, so they are currently standing at 3 to 13. Centurion still in the lead by 10 points. They're going directly into touch. A scrum on the halfway line there. Huge pressure coming on from Centurion. But Naka deciding to run with it. Now on the boot, they're hoping for favourable bounce, which it is. The number 15 there from Naka Bulls, Killian being caught. You see there's an extra ball on the field as well. Naka doing well to still have kept that ball in. Wanting to potentially add a 7-pointer, bring that gap down to only 3 points. So let's see what happens off of this. Good carry there by Naka to the front. Patience again required from Naka, so hopefully they've learned to not get too over-eager once they get into this position. Advantage now to Naka. Ball being called, put on the boot, but they knew that they had the advantage, so ball back. Referee asking where do they want a penalty. They were at advantage for two penalties. Quick chat. What are we going to do? We're going to tap and go, which is what they decide to do. And what a huge carry there by Naka. Sent wide. Looked like a deliberate knockdown to me. With a replaying advantage. Playing advantage for a high tackle tag. I think it was Killian that took that tap again and deciding he wants to... No, it wasn't Killian. Apologies. Ball now being sent wide. There's space on the outside. All they have to do, step inside, outside. Look for that open gap there. Being brought down just short of the line. Naka looking on the outside and over for Naka Bulls. Looks like the scrum of ST Milan. No, apologies, it wasn't ST Milan. Actually looks like the number 10, Alger Pretorius, that got over, and he's going to go and convert his own try. Score now standing at 8 points to 13. 2 points to come. Getting a good strike behind it and adding that extra 2. Score now standing 10 points to 13. Last few minutes of this half. Centurion going for the deep kickoff. Well gathered under the high ball there, and good offload within that midfield to Stephen Scott, inside centre. Now deciding they want to go wide with it. Pretorius putting on the boots, seeing a bit of space on the outside. Ball not finding touch, so Centurion now being given an opportunity to attack out of their own half. That's the number 8, Keanu Kastelein, who plays the ball, tries to get that offload off, but fortunately not going to hand. Referee saying, thank you gentlemen, that was a good half. Let's go get some water, let's go get a rest. So halftime score standing at 10-13, Centurion in the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half where we are watching Centurion 1 under-20s play against the Naka Bulls Sables under-20. Score currently standing at 13-10 to Centurion. We say that it's so lucky to be back. See these gents playing again. Ready for some action-packed 40 minutes club rugby. Turns out we're only playing 35 minutes a half. I mean, I'm pretty sure when they're out in the field, it feels like 40 minutes. Feels like a good hour if you're losing. Centurion has that penalty, decided to go for the touch, but unfortunately not finding its way. So Naka Bulls on the attack. Alger Pretorius, try scorer in the first half, finding a bit of space, giving that offload off there. Centurion trying to keep the man up there, so creating that maul. Unable to hear if the maul was called, but broken away. Ball now being set wide, but unable to gather is Naka Bulls. Say that the ball was left behind. Ball now being carried widely. Caught on the outside by a nifty little winger. It's Ruben Lange. Advantage being played to Naka Bulls there. Taken straight up the middle. Looks like the flanker, Kian Bayer. Opting to come same side. Naka Bulls have decided they want to come into the second half all guns blazing, wanted to put some points on the board early, so not sure what coach said to them at halftime. Little bit of gap found there by the 8th man for Naka Bulls. He's able to get the offload off and try scored. Naka Bulls. Wish I could see who you were. Little handshake. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. It's an extra 5 points added there. Score now standing at 15-13 with 2 points to come. Oh, it was the winger. Number 11 winger Franco Stassen scoring that 5 there for Naka Bulls. Nice to get on the score sheet this early in the game. LJ Pretorius now lining up for the extra 2. Good strike. And it pulling just right, so score stands at 13-15 to the Naka Bulls. I think the referee told them, gents, we gotta get in the lead early. Said, yes, coach, challenge accepted. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Stassen saying, I've got this one. It's me. It's me. Right, Calvin Prince on the boot there, sending it in, and a lot of pressure being put on that 8th man, Alexandre Bauer. Naka saying we're going to run. Now they see some space at the back. But the referee calling offside. Nope, seatbelt tackle. Not offside, seatbelt tackle there from Centurion. So Naka get to send the ball out. Little bit of distance found there by Stephen Scott, the inside centre for Naka Bulls. Ball sent at the back, but not able to pick it up there was Naka Bulls, but eventually gathered. Looks like the fly half that was able to gather it there. Ball not going to hand. LJ putting it on the boot there. Who's there to chase? Got some gas men after it. Fullback for Naka Bulls, Brendan Killian putting a lot of pressure there on Centurion. Centurion able to get that ball back, but still under a lot of pressure. They're in their own 22. Pressure now, putting it on his boot, sending it deep, but not found. So touch not found. So Naka being allowed to play with it again. Looking for a little bit of structure. Ball being put on the boot there. Stassen, the earlier try scorer, gathering out of the air, but being caught in that tackle, but doing really well to get that ball around. See the lock for Bulls. Naka Bulls getting the offload off to his number 9, but being carried into touch there. Great piece of play from Naka Bulls. Keep the ball alive, keep the ball running, flowing. Centurion under a lot of pressure with this lineup, huh? Probably want to find the safest man, which is the front ball, so that's what they have to do. So good job there by the lock. Sending that ball wide is Centurion. But the referee awarding a scrum to Centurion in their own 22. Seems like middle scrum. Naka Bulls will be hoping to put a lot of pressure on the scrum. We did see a little bit of dominance off of their scrum in the first half. Shove coming in there Number 9 from Centurion kicking it out. Valdeprier looking to play quickly but being told nope. Let's rather set up our line out. We play from our line out. Probably a lot easier just to play off of structure than try and play quickly for men who are retreating. Middle ball found. Referee saying not straight. So unfortunate error made there by the reserve Chris van Zyl. Centurion feed into the scrum. Picked up off the side there. Big fight and huge carry by the flanker from Centurion. Ball being played quickly, but that looked a little forward to me. Was it forward to the ref? It was forward. Sorry, I said it was the flanker. It was actually the 8th man, Gianni Kastlane from Centurion, who did well to carry that there. Unfortunate to have picked up on that error. Centurion probably feeling that they wanted to put a lot more pressure on the Naka Bulls and a lot more territorial pressure on them. But fortunately that's not happening. We see the number 12 coming off for Centurion. Being replaced. It looks like the number 20, Meyer. Ball backwards, off Naka. And then a knock-on coming from Centurion. So scrum to Naka Bulls. So as we were saying, Centurion, as they did in the first half, not being able to play a lot of rugby in the Naka Bulls half, but then when they did find themselves there, they were able to convert that into points. So probably not the type of rugby that they want to play, but at the end of the day, if you get points, you get points, and a win is a win, even if it is with 1 point. See a new scrum off on for Naka Bulls as well. JB Grobler. And that's a penalty to Naka Bulls. Scrum being turned completely. It's a lot of pressure coming. Going for that touch and finding touch, making absolutely no mistake.
Let's
Ball gathered there by Knockables, set up that driving maul. Eventually brought to ground. LJ Pretoria's calling for the ball. Oh, what a beautiful inside line there by Stassen. Doing really well and getting over for his second try of the night. That's an extra 5 points to Knockables. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant line run there by that winger. Score now standing at 20 points to 13 with 2 points to come. Yep, that's no mistake, adding that extra 2. So score now standing 22 points to 13. Knockables in the lead. Knocker doing well under that kickoff there. A little bit of space found there in the back, but the replacement. Maybe Grobler. No, I'm lying. It's actually Johannes Meyer. He came on for Centurion there. He did well, sneaked onto the field there. Early engagement called there from the ref by Knockables. So Centurion giving that free kick, wanted to take quickly, but not taken on the mark. Tap taken, play to the forwards. Huge running start there. Advantage being played to Centurion. Penalty gone the way of Centurion there. Not releasing in the tackle.
Waldo Creer saying, I have a boot. I'm going to show you my boot. And opting to go for posts. Hoping to bring that deficit down to only 6 points. Strike. And unfortunately pulled to the left. Gone over the dead ball, so 22-meter dropout. Good little air battle, air contest there. But Centurion doing well and being able to gather that ball. Referee saying penalty, seatbelt tackle, Centurion ball. Opting to go for the line. So we want those 7 points. Give us those 7 points, please. Centurion feed on that line out, but unfortunately not being able to gather the ball. So Naka Bulls have found themselves with the ball. LJ Pretoria saying, I'm going to kick it, get some relief on that. Doing really well to get a huge kick. Under pressure there. Skew, says the referee. So scrum to Naka Bulls. Time off called. We see the gents are starting to show some bumps and bruises now. Naka with a scrum. Doing really well to hit that 13 channel, but unfortunately losing the ball in the tackle. Naka would have wanted a bit of a running ball there. Scrum going the way of Centurion. Centurion probably hoping to get the 7-pointer off of this one and then see if they can get an extra 3. Maybe get the full total of 7. Good pressure there by Naka Bulls, but Centurion able to get that ball out, get it wide, but the ball drifting a little further back, so ball being put on the boot there. Fullback for the Bulls, Brendan Killian putting it on his, for the Naka Bulls, sorry, putting it on his boot and sending it wide. Centurion now getting it to the outside, hoping for a favourable bounce here, but not happening. Stassen, try scorer of both the tries for Naka Bulls, doing really well under pressure there from Centurion. Naka attacking, but ball being lost there in that offload. Probably searching for that offload. I think most coaches would say rather take ball down to ground than to search for that offload unless it's completely on. Ball kicked downfield now, being gathered there by Killian. He turns and looks, sees a bit of space and kicks it out and is able to find touch. So good territorial kick there for the Naka Bulls. Cheering line out, but unable to gather, so Naka trying to gather that, but not able to gather either, so Centurion line out again. Probably see these gents are starting to get a little tired, a little bit of fatigue setting in. Substitution coming on for for Centurion. Gotham's gone off. He's being replaced by Matane. Ball being caught in the middle by Centurion and taken up there. Advantage to Centurion now. Prince putting it on his boots, spotting some space, but the referee saying offside. Penalty to Centurion. Time called off here, assistant refs saying he spotted something. Just having a little bit of chat.
Centurion still getting that penalty, and Prince Roy making no mistake and wanting to ensure that they can get deep into the half of Knockables. Complete mistruck there from the hooker. So Knockables were able to gather that. Pretoria is now looking to relieve some pressure, and he does. It's a huge boot. Referee awarding a penalty to Knockables for obstruction. It's always tough for a right booter to try and kick for a territorial advantage or try and kick a penalty off of that tight touch. So probably look for a man with a left boot. Nonetheless, Knockables have the ball. Missing the man, unfortunately, and so Centurion is able to gather. They decide, let's attack, boys. Tackle made. Ball now being sent wide to the outside, but knock on. So advantage to Knockables. Meyer also called offside there, so second advantage to the Knockables there. But a miscommunication, but the referee calls them back for that penalty, checking if that was on the right mark, and they say yes, that didn't look like he was onside to me, and the referee says nope, he wasn't. So advantage again to the Knockables. That's it. Referee says no. Stop that right now. The sixth flanker for Centurion, Johannes Creer, that gets that yellow card. Says let's go sit for 10 minutes. Don't think he's going to see the end of this game. So Centurion are under a lot of pressure to play the last little bit of this game with only 14 men on the pitch. See a temp blood replacement coming on for the Knockables here. Looks like Meyer, who actually came on. It's just quickly going off there, getting rid of some of the blood that he sees himself spitting up. So Knockables with the last opportunity to maybe knock a nail in the coffin. Good gather by Knockables, but definitely the man being played in the end there. So advantage to them. Set move happening in the midfield there. Knocka calling for that ball. Wanting to get over that white line. But the ref coming back for playing the man in the air there. Got that penalty. Quick tap taken for Knockables. just off the try line, diving over, but unable to get there. Number 21 for Knockables also being caught short there. Referee awarding another penalty. Looks like a high tackle there. If it carries on this way, I think the referee might look either to the pocket or penalty try. Probably pocket and penalty try if that does happen. Knockables take that quick tap. They decide to run with it. Looking to probably end this match. Extra 5. Getting over that line, but I think just short. All held up. Coming to the left. And that is the fullback for Knockables, Brendan Killian, after a ton of hard work that was done. Really nice to see him put an extra 5 on the scoreboard there for his team. So now score standing 27-13 to Knockables with 2 points to come. Alia Pretoria is getting a good strike on that distance and direction. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. Final score for this game, 29-13. AB Midas Knockables taking that win for the evening.